So no one lights a lamp and puts it on the, covers it with a bowl or puts it under the bed, because lights are meant to be in the public places to light up the dark places. It will make us be able to see the things around us. Now, it's very difficult, especially in this generation, to stand out as a light in a generation which has a lot of dark spots. Um, just give a simple example, because there are many things that happen in the world that have have made us to try to measure up with that standard, the standard that the world has set for us, that is so difficult, even confusing to know what is the right thing to do. Because the world will say you are not fashionable if you do not go by a standard. To give you an example, for instance, in Ireland at the moment, if a boy goes to church on Sunday, you go to school and your fellow classmates know that you went to church, you are bullied. They will bully you. They'll call you Holy Joe. I know of kids who are depressed because they want to be different. They dare to be different. They want to spend some time in prayer, and then they get bullied for that. We have also a world where, for instance, bribery, corruption, that we have to bribe our way in order to get somewhere. We have to know people, we have to pay some money and get some jobs and get some other things that we are not actually meant for us, they're meant for the right people, but because we have money and we have the connections, then we are able to get a job or something. I remember once I was traveling from Cameroon to Nigeria by road. We were traveling in the night. And we were stopped by a checkpoint of the police. And they asked for my passport. And I gave my passport there. And that was at about 2 a.m. And we were many people there. And all the rest were sorted out because they gave bribe to the police. And then the police asked, give me your 2,000. Then I said, why? Why do you want? I want to be a light. I said, why do you want my 2,000? And then the policeman came out with a chair like this one, and he put it there and he said, sit there. At 6 o'clock in the morning, I will tell you why. And we were stuck. So for 4 hours, I was sitting in that place. The police never gave me my passport back. And at 6 o'clock, he asked me, do you know why I am having your 2,000? I said, I don't know. And he asked, if you don't give your 2,000, you are not going to leave this place. That's what it means. And that is why I mean by it is difficult to be a light in this generation. It is difficult to dare to be different. Because once you dare to be different, then you are persecuted. Like the saints that we celebrate today, Saint Genarius, who in his own little way, in his own fashion, was killed because he dared to be different. That's why Jesus says that we must be a light in this generation. St. Paul says it in his letter to the Philippians, chapter 2, verse 14. He says that we must shine like bright stars. And 15 also, we must shine like bright stars in a generation that is wicked. There are things that are standards for this world today that if you don't do, you will not be considered acceptable. You will not even measure up. They will say you are old-fashioned. You are not meeting up with the people. And the temptation, therefore, is to follow the light that the world is offering us, rather than being a light in this generation. That's what Jesus says, that we must be a light so that the darkness around that light would shine. That people seeing what you do, people seeing your way of life, will give glory to the Father. There's one time I went also to the bank and the queue was long because it was a Monday. The queue was long and I came late. And then the guards recognized me. They knew that I'm a priest. And they came to pick me from the crowd, from the queue, so that I get priority. What do you do in that situation? Do you go and leave all these people who are waiting there so that you get a privilege because of who you are? I don't want to answer what I did because you judge me by that. But in that kind of situation, how can you be a light? Is to say, no, these people that come before me, they deserve to be served first. Even though I'm a priest, I have to stand where I'm supposed to stand. And it was very difficult for the guards to accept that. And I said, no, I want to stand there. And actually, they literally forced me in. And it becomes so difficult even to stand there and say, I want to dare to be different. I want to be an example. But this is the challenge that we have every day as Christians to do, to be able to do something different that will make somebody to reflect upon his life and say, yes, there is an example for me here to follow. That's what Jesus means by our light must be put out there. It must not be hidden. We must not just think about things to do and keep them within us. Otherwise, that will be taken away from us, like it says in the gospel, at the end of the gospel today. We must be a light in everything that we do. Don't just follow the crowd. Don't just follow what people are doing because they are doing it and you feel it's nice to do. The world is offering nice opportunities, nice ways of life, and things that we feel that look very, very nice according to the senses. But we must dare to be different, because those things that look nice might not necessarily be the best path to take. So my dear brothers and sisters, as we reflect on this gospel, let us ask God for the grace to dare to be different. It's very difficult, but we must dare to be different. We are young people, there are many people now, you have to measure up to the standard. You must have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You can dare to be different and say, for now I have to study, I have to do the right things. Young people now, they have to be on TikTok, they have to be on Instagram, and the world is making demands on us to upload as many photos as possible as other people are uploading. Let's just upload and all that. No, you might dare to be different and say, it is not about what the world wants me to do. I want to set a standard, an example for other people to follow. That is what Jesus calls us to dare to be different.